you know, allow me. I'm getting my little sexy on. I'm showing my little. Well, I don't even have chest hairs no more. That's not what we doing. I don't even have chest hairs no more. So
that's not what we're doing. What?
Yeah. Come on, man. You have me looking like a goofball.
I promise you, that's not.
You got me looking like a goofball.
That's
not. Do I say anything when you got the girls up in the air?
No, because you like it.
I don't say nothing.
But you like it.
It has nothing to do with what I like. You are grown. You're grown, and you move accordingly. You grown. I'm okay. I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? I have no issues with, you know what I mean,
we got
you
30
getting
minutes.
Any attention.
We got 30 minutes.
I don't have no problem. 30 minutes. Get all the days you supposed to get the attention.
Yo, you be a lot.
No, you supposed to get the attention.
You be a lot. Like, you be a lot.
Nobody want nobody that don't nobody else want. What kind of buffoonery is that?
You know, somebody sent us a DM today and said that we were a very handsome couple.
Well, you're not handsome. You are.
I know.
Beautiful,
but I think I
pretty, whatever the case may be.
I understood.
I am the handsome one.
I understood what you were saying.
What's going on, family? How you feeling, man? Love and Business on Lock podcast. I am, yes, it's officially the weekend. I'm the franchise Jay Claxton, and this is Dr. Cassie Vaughn. That sounds so goofy.
So does Jay Claxton.
It probably does. And real full disclosure, before we get to our beautiful guest. Full disclosure.
Yes, baby.
Yo, I did not want to use my name. I thought that would sound.
So what made you use it?
I just ain't. My other name was corny. So.
No, I don't. I mean.
So then as soon as I started using my name, straight to the moon.
Well, no, that's not why you went straight to the moon. You went straight to the moon because you're a very talented individual. I tell you that all the time. I tell you all the time that you're extremely, I love watching you.
But do you think it's work ethic, or do you think?
It's definitely it is. It's both.
I think, but let's be
clear.
I want to ask my guests. I want to stay there. I want to stay there. I want to stay there. Okay. So welcome to the weekend. We got you, and we are going to bring our beautiful guest in. Music, podcast, business, love, Black excellence. All of that goes over top of this beautiful couple, Beverly and Carl Brister. What's going on, family?
Sound effects. You like it?
Yo, y'all need me to do the intro though. You hear me? Like when y'all walk in, you have me in front to give the intro first, and then y'all walk into the room.
And then they gotta walk like this.
What's going on? Listen, it's Friday. You would have thought that we had some alcohol. We have
none.
We have none. I'm not drinking during the week. I'm not.
You know.
Right.
Only weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Even though I broke cold last week.
Man, that was different.
I broke cold last week. I really.
We was on vacation.
Had a lot of bourbon and whiskey. Had a lot of bourbon.
We
and
was
whiskey,
on vacation.
You know what I'm saying? But how y'all doing? I'm sorry.
That was your cheat week. Was that your cheat week?
You know what? I don't even want to consider it a cheat week. I just was gone. And what I don't want to do is I used to have this thing where I would work out, and then if I'll go get something to eat, and then see somebody at the bar, Jay, what you want? And they sending drinks, and I just I just canceled the workout totally out. You know what I mean? I work out, an hour later, I'm drinking. It canceled everything out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to drink during the week. You know what I mean? I got to maintain my sexy. I got goals that I'm trying to get to. I got to stay focused. So
hence that tight.
It's the sugar, right?
Yeah, and the problem is because I'm drinking dark, that's even more sugar. If I was drinking vodka or tequila, it's not as much sugar. It's no sugar. There's no sugar.
Yeah, so we last week we kind of we did a little work and had a lot of fun and disconnected, and we usually don't do that.
Right. We really have, and you guys know that.
Yeah.
Even it's funny. We had another couple on Wednesday, and they talked about when y'all go to dinner or y'all out on the town, or you know what I'm saying, y'all getting away, y'all talking about business. Does that happen with y'all?
Not all the time.
Well, it does, but we set boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You know, so we like say, okay, that's enough of that.
It's like you got 5 minutes to get all that out.
Yeah.
All right. Because
or we call it a business dinner.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
because what you do and you work for yourself and you guys handle business. It's really nobody else to handle it but you guys. So it's hard to separate the business and personal and family. I know that's tough. I mean, we have that issue, and I think that you guys probably deal with the same thing because business never stops.
For some.
Huh?
For some.
Yeah. So
he said for some,
no,
right? Yeah.
I mean, listen, in order for us to be successful, it is we got to go the extra mile. So I get it, but I want you guys to really highlight what you have going on, just in case anybody is not familiar with you as a couple and you as individuals. Ladies first. Yeah, Moni Love and Queen Latifah, ladies first.
Well, I have my own company called Beverly's Web Shop and had it for quite a while. Web design, graphics, social media marketing, email marketing, digital platforms, digital marketing efforts, and coaching, business coaching. And something I just absolutely love doing, and kind of changed a little bit. Originally I was just a web designer and web developer. It kind of morphed into like a larger full stack marketing firm. So that's what I do.
Just a web designer. Like a whole lot of people can't say that. I know I can't.
No, I can't either.
Right. Carl, let's talk about it. This is your opportunity to get your brag on right now. Let's introduce what you do to the folks.
All right. Well, Carl Brister. I'm a singer, songwriter, and recording artist, and activist. I'm also, dad, husband. Mm-hmm. Wear a lot of hats, man.
Yeah.
Right. That's what happens. That's what happens in order us, to be successful, and that father role, that husband role, family man, singer, business, something like that's a lot of hats, but that's a lot of money probably. We like money.
We love money.
We all like money.
Yeah, I'm ready to say we love the bag. You know what I'm saying? We love the bag. How do you guys, how do you guys manage? I mean, with both of you guys doing, business on your own, and I know that, you guys said you got to separate it, but how do you make sure these things are separated in the course of a day? Because sometimes it's never enough time in the day. A lot of times.
Everything kind of bleeds through some days, because you have that call that you set up that all of a sudden now it has to get pushed back 2 hours later because of whatever the situation. And now it's going into our dinner time. It's going into our personal time and things like that. So we try as best as possible to curtail the extras pushing into our personal time, because as you guys know, entrepreneurship is no 9 to 5. It's like it's 24 hours. But within that space, we try to at least say, all right, let's have business happen within at least this grouping of hours and make this part off limits as best as possible. Certain circumstances, emergency calls or what have you have to come through is what it is. But we try to minimize that as best as possible by saying, all right, by this time, that's it. And then I have to tell my client or tell someone else, it's like, all right, let's pick this back up tomorrow. Let's pick this up back, at another time. And so I try to give my clients time frames and boundaries as well. So I know what to expect. They know what to expect. And you're not calling me at like 9 p.m. on a Saturday.
Right. I get, but did things change with COVID? Like, how did the relationship change because of COVID? Right. Because COVID changed a whole lot. You know what I mean? You spend a little more time with a significant other that you're really not used to, spending. So
I'll say
It even can is a blessing or reality sets that you might not be built for each other, like with COVID.
You know, COVID made me like you more.
I mean, so it was a blessing for us.
Yeah.
Right. It was a blessing for us. And you guys are still together, so it had to be a blessing. But what was that energy like?
Well, first of all, thank God we have 3 floors, so everybody gets a floor.
Okay.
I know that's right.
It's on one floor, we're on another, and then the pet somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah, I had to. For me, I had to, like, we're like yin and yang, So she's very. To me, she's good. She could be by herself for the whole day, and she's good. She's fine. I'm like, all right, let's do this together. Let's do that. Let's And for her, it was just like, that's too much.
Like, love, I saw you at lunch. I saw you at breakfast. I'm just going to have a little outside time for dinner. By myself.
And I think that we're probably the opposite. I think that I can be by myself, and Cassandra is like, hey, I need some time, shorty. Like, what you doing? Hey, I'm right here. You better get your ass over here. That's kind of that's our dynamic. Me, I can look. I'm tunnel vision. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm okay, but I think we have the reverse roles from you guys.
But I think the difference for me though is like I don't make time to do what I need to do. Like I'm up, I'm out, I'm running, I'm getting my workout on. I'm riding. Like throughout this whole pandemic, I was doing everything I needed to do to get my mind right for me.
Right.
And if it was outdoors or working out or whatever. So when I come back, I'm like, okay, let's all kumbaya. And she wasn't,
right.
I had to respect her space.
Okay.
And she needed to respect that I needed some time together, and we had to find that place. It was a little crazy at first, but we found our way.
I feel like it's about it's about really like you got to give. It's kind of like a give and take. You know what I mean? Like I can't fight every battle. She can't win every battle. You really it's gotta be a give and take in order for it to work. You know what I'm saying? Like I really noticed that. And the pandemic showed us that as well. Pandemic also showed us about relationships other than ours. Relationships that we had with friends, family, associates, whatever the case may be. I think that the wall was pulled down. The covering was pulled down. Like we really could find out the truth about people that we were dealing with. Depending on what it was. I mean, how did that work out with you guys, friends, family? Like, did you guys get closer to friends and family, or you seen some things of friends and family that you looking like I might need to back off a little bit?
Well, for some, because we have friends that's kind of like splattered in different places, like from California, Maryland, Atlanta, and everywhere else.
Okay.
And I'd say at the height of the pandemic, that brought us all closer because, Zoom and everything else, we were able to connect more frequently.
Right.
And some family too.
And yeah. And, then there were some family or friends that, that
they had a different way of approaching the pandemic. So we had to respect each other's differences, and
they had to respect our rules.
Agree to disagree, and we'll meet up when we meet up.
Listen, I was the one in the pandemic that if someone came to the house, they before they left, I'm spraying, and he's laughing because, like, I'm spraying. I don't know where you been, where you came from. You done came in the house. He's laughing. He thinks it's funny.
Yo, she would not let you get out of the house. You might be grabbing your belongings.
You've been
and
there
she
too
right
long.
there.
You've been there too long.
I'm like, yo, can we wait? They leave
They
the
was
house?
there too long.
And it started being at a point where they were like, okay, we know it's just her. She's going to spray. And, you know,
you got to respect that.
Yeah.
yeah, and they did. They actually did respect that. But I do feel like we were able to maybe clean house because of the pandemic. We spent more time with each other because we couldn't do some of the things we saved. We didn't spend as much money, and we were able to clean the house because for us, we were able to see some things that we wouldn't normally see. Just moving in our normal daily regimen. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, so I mean, I think it was a blessing. 2020 was a blessing.
I absolutely
a lot
agree.
of times people are like throw the whole 2020 out the window. No, I feel like we were able to learn some things and able to kind of like lock down, you know, relationship and business. Did
I think for us, I think for me in particular, it gave me my time back.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
You know, and it was crazy, you know, when you talk about juggling and wearing different hats, and I'm also an educator too. So, you know, running from this to recording to rehearsing to working out to family time to deal with the kids and making sure we had time. It was like, it was just getting so crazy. So when the pandemic hit and everybody was basically huddled up,
right,
that gave us a chance to woosah.
Yeah.
And
we actually took walks, and it's like, when's the last time we took a walk?
Yeah. And just find each other and find that family time, find that personal time. So for that, it was a blessing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, 2020 was a good thing, and it seemed like it helped you guys, you know, more than, you know, some people were like, damn, this is really how you are as a partner. I can't do it. Like that didn't happen with us, and obviously that didn't happen with you. You know?
I think also because for us, we were best friends.
Yeah.
Right.
We were best friends first.
Right.
And so I think that helped us get through the prickly times. And I knew when to back off from her, give her space. She knew when to chill with me. Like, okay, that's enough. And then we knew when we could joke with each other and make fun. It was different. We were able to make it through.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you guys do when you have to one person is going through something and, you know, like, how do you guys handle that? Like, are you helping? Are you staying away? Are you trying to jump in and save the day? Like, how do you guys deal with, you know, when the other person is going through a problem?
I think we give each other space first, you know, because depending on what the situation is, we may have to just vent or, you know, let some things out for a minute and just let it be cathartic. And we understand. So we'll back off for a period of time, but then because we know each other so well, there might be a moment or like a look he'll give me or even a sigh, because we've known each other since being friends. I'll know what that sigh means. And it's like, I'll just come with a cup of tea.
Right.
No words, cup of tea. And it's like, that's the thing he needed at that moment.
Okay.
Yeah. For a singer, a cup of tea is like gold when you can make it right.
Yeah.
You know, and she does make the best. She makes the best tea.
Best tea.
So, yeah, that's always her peace offering.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
So I'm good with that. And then I cook, so I know how to get to her. If I make something her favorite, this or that, I know I can break down that communication a little bit.
Right. Yeah. I can't cook. The only thing I can do is cook on the grill. So
right,
you know,
can cook on the grill.
In the summertime or the dead of winter, I will, you know, I'll put some, you know, I'll put something on the grill, because other than that,
But I love to cook. Like
Jesus.
that is like my ultimate favorite. That's how I relax. I cook.
Right.
Because my day starts at 4 in the morning.
Right.
And his day does not.
Right. Right. Carl and Cassandra, you guys have a lot of similar traits.
My day starts at 4, because I handle the business side for us.
Mm-hmm.
So my day starts at 4. And by the time he's going to the restroom the first time, I've finished half a day's work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, we a lot of times we talk about food and serving up meals, and I'm not talking about actual food. I'm talking about like a mental meal. And people really like listening to the podcast. They really love the guests. What food do you have for people that are in relationships? I mean, you guys have been together for a long time. You guys have been friends, before you started, dealing with each other in a relationship. What food do you have for anybody listening to the podcast right now?
I like that analogy. That's nice. That was smooth the way you know.
Right. No, we had to have a good segue. I come from radio, so I had to have a good segue.
Well, I mean, to keep with that theme, I think it's important to take small bites.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Yeah,
I like that.
Especially when you're in the beginning, take small bites, savor it.
Right.
I like that.
I do.
I like that a lot. I like that.
Right. I think we're gonna use that.
I know we're gonna use that.
We're gonna give you executive producer credit. We'll give you executive producer credit. But you know what? Take a small bite. Just a small portion.
No, you need to savor this.
Yeah. No, we're gonna use it. I definitely think we're gonna use it.
So it is 8:22. I can't believe we've been on this long. Wow. This conversation was nice and smooth. I've
been running my mouth. I'm sorry.
Well, no, you it's been good.
I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. God rest his soul. You know what I mean? I was having too much fun. I'll offer you a truce. I'm sorry. Too much Dave Chappelle. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Talk about Dave Chappelle, and then I'm gonna get to the game. Have you seen what he recently released?
I saw that clip.
Okay.
When he was talking to the crowd, and now, Comedy Central paid him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Dave Chappelle's not giving me any money. However, I suggest to everyone to go and really listen to that 10-minute piece that he did and what he talked about, because he talked about some real stuff. The same people who are the reason why Colin Kaepernick got fired for kneeling is the same people who stormed the Capitol. The Confederate Army didn't do that, but they did this, So I suggest, I strongly suggest that everybody watch that clip. Shout out to Dave Chappelle.
It was a great 10-minute clip. I was glued to the screen.
Yeah.
The other part is for business, just real quick though, he talks about ownership.
He does.
And that's important too.
He does. He does. And honestly, I will have to say that a lot of my thought process that has come out of business ventures that we are launching and things that we're doing, we've gone from being employees to owners of our stuff, because, no one should own his talent but him. You know what I mean? Right. God gave it to him. He didn't give it to a corporation. So everything that we've done, we've moved in that direction. So yeah, ownership is very important. So it is 8:25.
You go. You
want to play with me?
No, you go.
So I'm going to ask you 2 questions. No, I'm going to ask you 1 question. Now I'm going to let Jay get his question in today. Okay. So I'm going to ask you 1 question, and you're going to answer until you can't answer it any longer. Okay. So tonight, I think I'm going to go back to an easy question for us. which is without you. So for instance, I'm gonna let Jay start with without you.
Without you, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in now. Without you, I would not handle business like I handle. Without you, I would not learn to take moments in. Uh, Without you, I've learned that maybe thinking everybody is the same as me. You don't move like that, and you have taught me that. You have taught me that I can't trust everybody. You have taught me to be a lot more, even though I'm not fully there yet. You have taught me to really take my time and be punctual. I wasn't punctual, and that was part of the reason why I'd even approach you, back in the day, because I needed help. I knew I was weak in certain spots, and you allow me. I can be open with you. So my weakness, anything that I have going on, I can, I'm not gonna say flaws and all, because that's not for me. I'm not, what I'm saying, I'm a man, but any of my negatives, you take that in and you accept my negatives, because it's really easy to accept the positives. It's the fact that you can accept the negatives that make the relationship really work.
Wow. So I would say, piggybacking off of what you say, without you, I would not have evolved to the woman that I have today. Without you, I wouldn't have someone who takes my negatives and make them positives. Without you, I wouldn't be as mentally strong as I have been in some situations. And
Right, ain't no punk in you.
Mhm.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And without
I'm
you,
sorry.
without you, I honestly, and I actually thought about this in the middle of the night when I was working. Without you, I honestly don't know how I could go on day by day.
Appreciate that. I appreciate
Wow.
it. Beverly, wait,
Yeah.
ladies first, actually. I went
Ladies
first,
first.
but
Ladies
let's get
first.
our Moni Love and Queen Latifah on. Ladies first.
Oh, wow. Without you, I don't know that I would be able to see the world through as sensitive eyes as I am now if I didn't have you, to kind of give me a different perspective on life and other people in general. Without you, I wouldn't have as many good meals.
You got that right.
But without you, I don't know that I would be as strong a person that I am now. I would think that I'd be able to, conquer the world by myself, but no one can ever really do it by themselves. There's a partner. It's been a partnership. It's been ride or die. It's been legit together. So
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, how you gonna how you gonna bounce back from that, bro?
Can we go back to the food? So without you, I know for sure I would not have written some of my greatest songs. And without you, I might not be, I would have probably turned back. I might not have made it this far on the journey.
Right.
And without you, I would not know my greatest power as a man. I know that without you, I would not be as strong. I'm stronger with you.
Right.
And I wouldn't know my greatness.
Wow.
Right.
That's powerful.
So yeah, I think
That's the drop the mic. That's the drop the mic right there. You know what I mean? Remember in Coming to America when he just sexual chocolate and dropped the mic and walked off. That was your call. That was your walk off, bro. That was your walk off, man. So, shameless plug. What you have going on right now that you need everybody to know about, how they can find you guys, how they can follow you guys. This is your shameless plug portion of the podcast. Go.
Well, Beverly's Web Shop started this month a Instagram live chat on Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. called Boss Talk. And I'm talking to bosses across all different industries, just talking about the inspiration behind their brands, what powers them, how they pivoted during the pandemic, and then what advice they could give aspiring entrepreneurs.
Nice.
And you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Beverly's Web Shop and beverlyswebshop.com.
Nice.
Okay. Call.
yes, sir.
Let's go.
All right. So my latest single is called "Enough Is Enough." I wrote it after attending a rally for George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. And it is now out on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere online. The video as well is a powerful story that I tell of this experience as a father.
Right.
And so Enough Is Enough is the single. Stream it, download it, check me out on YouTube, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Carl Brister Official. My website is carlbrister.com, and everything you can find there as well.
Listen,
Nice.
I thank y'all, the both of you, so much for taking time out your schedule to talk to us on a Friday. You know, just hopefully it was, you know, you got some food from us as well. We definitely got food from you guys.
Absolutely.
And you know, hopefully your time was well spent, because you can't get this 32 minutes back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hopefully you spent it in you know, it was some food and it was well worth it. You know what I'm saying? You got some value out of it, because we did. And we thank you so much for taking this time with us. We greatly appreciate it. Carl and Beverly Brister, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome so much. And we're going to reach out to you, because we are doing a Love Business on Lock retreat in the fall. So we'll reach back out to you.
Right, yeah.
Okay, for sure.
We may need you guys.
Yes.
We need you guys.
All right.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, enjoy the weekend.
So are you ready? Are you ready?
Am I ready for?
Are you ready for what's coming up?
I'm ready. As long as you ask me nothing that I don't want to answer.
I don't know what she's going to ask you. I don't know, because she's blonde today. Did you see that?
Listen, I love you, Miss West.
Who is that?
I love you too, brother. How are
First and
you?
foremost, I'm gonna tell you that, right? I love
She
you.
looks so beautiful.
But if you ask me something,
so beautiful.
I will tell you no answer, no reply, something.
Really?
No comprende?
Yeah,
So you're pleading the fifth already?
No, I'm saying everything for everybody. That's it. I mean, look, I'm here. We came to give you food. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, I want to have a personal life. I don't know if we definitely don't have it now. You know what I'm saying? We definitely don't have it now, but I would love to.
But that went out the window.
Right, I would love to have it.
That went out the window.
But ladies and gentlemen, we have our family, our sister, our friend, our colleague, you know.
I don't know who she is.
Therapist, writer.
Author.
Well, writer and author is the same thing, but
mean,
you know, it sounds good.
author.
It sounds good.
It's not really the same thing, because some people actually write for their personal, you know, pleasure. Author means that I'm actually published for the world to see, and that
right.
my
signature
is now autographed.
All I'm gonna say is WHS.
Right,
WHS.
That.
Listen.
But there's a slight difference.
I'm so tired of hearing about Western high school.
I mean, only the best.
Blah, 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 blah. That's it.
I didn't know who she was. Like, I'm looking, I'm telling you. So did you hear me start laughing like when the couple was talking? Because I'm looking like, who the hell is that?
Well, I knew it was her. It better have been her.
But I'm sitting there looking
It better
like,
been you
who
that
the hell
popped
is
up.
popping up? And then I didn't want to go like this because
Like, who was in the waiting room?
No, I seen.
Waiting.
We saw. We were a few minutes behind. We apologize.
Let's go.
We apologize. But Dawn West, ladies and gentlemen,
What you got for us? The business of love.
Well, good evening, everybody. And as my brother just let you all know, I am Dawn West, author and relationship coach. And we're post Valentine's Day, but mostly just, I just want to drop a few jewels tonight and talk about the fact that after February the 14th leaves, we want to remember that love is still the focus, because people become so engrossed in that one day, right, and pouring all their energy and pulling out all the tricks and all the stops for that one particular day. But they tease the ladies who say, Valentine's Day is every day around here. It might be a thing that they just say for, the social media world, but that should actually absolutely be a thing. Valentine's Day should be every single day. And of course, there's going to be some off days, some bad days. But the idea is to try to keep that same energy, that same spice, that same extra something, daily in the relationship, even down to, like the blonde hair thing. I change my hair quite often. And, I joke because I feel like, listen, baby, with me, you don't need nobody else. I'm going to give you whoever you need, who you need today. You need blondie, you need the redhead, He likes it when I wear my braids, my cornrows or whatever. However you want it, I'm going to give it to you, because if you don't give it to them, sometimes they might seek that or look for that elsewhere. Not to say they necessarily want to step out, but, just is all a part of keeping it spicy and different.
Hey, Dawn, listen, I because it's you, I didn't ask you what I normally would ask.
Which is what?
Always, I ask like therapists.
Oh, who therapist?
Therapist is a therapist?
One of my friends said that because she heard you say
I really did. I want to know.
She actually posted that. Like, one of my church friends posted that on Facebook and was like, S.J. Claxton says, I need to know who therapist. I'm thinking, oh my God.
You know
he
what I'm
does
saying?
not need
but
people
because
to follow.
it's you, I didn't ask.
He does not need
let me tell you.
to follow him.
But I've asked every
coaches
therapist that we talked to that. I've asked everyone, like, yo, so because where are you going to get your food, fam?
Well, listen, honestly, first of all, counselors, therapists, and things of the like, we also do need to have that purge and that outlet and someone else to talk to. So, there lies another counselor, another therapist. However, in terms of receiving my food, honestly, when I talk to others and when I coach and counsel others, that actually feeds me. That gives me my food. And most times, it could be a conversation or a topic or issue that somebody else might bring up, and you'll realize that it's resonating with you, even as the counselor, even as the therapist. So sometimes it'll make you really think into what it is that they're bringing up. I'm still able to give my best knowledge on it and my best input, but at the same time, just each session or each time you sit with a different person or have a discussion with a different person, it gives you a different outlook and a different aspect on things. So that's always good food for thought.
That's right. You better take that meal.
Absolutely.
I want to know. I'm sorry. I'm wanting to know.
And sometimes it's a free meal and sometimes it's a paid meal. So they paying me to feed me. I like it.
Say that. I know for me, I try to, well, and it's not that I try every morning. I listen to positive audio. That's how I need to get my day started. It puts me in the mindset, to tackle and to make sure that my day is constructive as possible. And we get so much negative energy during the day. You know what I'm saying? Just with, music, TV, social media, that sort of stuff. you know, I need to start with you know, a great meal, great healthy mental
Positivity.
meal, so I can you know, push through the day with no issue. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, it's interesting because for me, I don't really I like sometimes I'll listen to your audio as you're listening to it, you know, if you know while we're getting dressed. But for me, I start my day off like in prayer. Like literally,
Yeah.
I pray for about 30 minutes. And, you know, I'm praying for my parents. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for our kids. I'm praying for your parents. I'm praying for our friends. And that's really how I start my day off. And then when I come out of prayer, I don't jump right into work. Like, I mean, and this may be the craziest thing ever, but when I come out of prayer, I sit there for about maybe 5 minutes. And I turn on Three's Company. I did.
Right.
I did. It's the
That's
craziest
funny.
thing ever, but that's what
Yeah.
that's how I start my day,
Right.
you know.
Right. No, I get it. So Dawn, go ahead.
Let's go, Dawn.
What you got for us? You know what I
Um,
mean? You are the chef. Prepare this full course meal, appetizers.
well, you know, I really just want to talk a little bit about comfortability. Earlier today I was actually in the closet. I was standing in my closet, and I don't know,
okay.
that just
No.
came to my mind.
Don't you do it?
No.
Don't.
I couldn't say that.
Don't you do it? Don't.
I was like,
What now?
no, nothing. I can't even say what I wanted to say.
Mm-mm.
But you said the closet, and I just thought about trapped in the closet. But go ahead. I'm sorry,
You
Dawn.
know
Go ahead.
what?
I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm
You know
sorry.
we can't
You're in
bring
the
you
closet.
nowhere.
Go ahead.
But comfortability. I want to talk a little bit about comfortability in the aspect of a relationship. Now, we want our relationships to be our comfortable place. We want to be comfortable within our mate to the degree that he feels like home.
He or she.
He or she, right? I'm saying he because I'm
You're a
speaking
woman.
from
I got
my standpoint. But right, we want to feel a level of comfort in our relationships that that person, he or she, feels like home to you, that you're comfortable enough around that person to, you know, be yourself. And if something is bothering you, to be able to talk to that person, and, you know, to walk around looking a half hot mess, you know, just comfortable, your comfort zone. However, on the flip side of that coin, or across the other side of that very thin line, you never want to get too comfortable. To reel it back in to what I was saying about just, you know, the spice, and I joked a little about, you know, the hair colors and things, but as much as, you know, we can make a joke out of it, it actually holds a lot of seriousness, because comfort is the killer of a lot of relationships. Because after a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, people tend to have gotten so comfortable that it's almost a routine situation, so much so that they feel like home so much that you almost forget the other person and that person's needs. It's just like, oh, you know, that's Jay. Oh, that's Cassie. So, you know, you kind of just come in the house and you loafing around and you kicking back. But you cannot forget that, you know, when we first met, he loved how I wore my hair this way, or he loved when I wore a certain type of dress or looked a certain way. She loved, you know, when I had my beard this way and that way. You can't get comfortable enough to the fact that you forget that sometimes when you're around the house, you want to cook a meal looking cute. You don't always have to have the bonnet on and things like that. Just do something different, something unexpected. You know, if your man is coming in from work, typically you might just be in the house in one of his t-shirts, and I say that because that's my comfortable place. Like, one of his t-shirts is what makes me feel most comfortable to sleep in, to walk around the house in, or whatever. But there's going to be days that I need to remember to put on a cute little outfit or some cute lingerie and be bouncing around the house in that, cooking that. Make sure, you know, the hair is cute. You ain't got to have a full beat on your face in the house, but just give them something like, oh, wow, baby, you looking nice today, to get that little fun going for the evening, to kick that spark. And then you never know, it might be something that is much needed,
Right.
because they might be coming in from a day that was a little crazy, and just that one little thing, you stepping outside of your usual comfort zone, is going to be something that's going to create a whole different tone and set a different tone for the evening, and totally flip the script from what was going on previously. But again, you find men and women both saying he doesn't compliment me anymore. Right. He doesn't remind me how beautiful I am. He doesn't randomly bring me flowers. She doesn't cook for me. She doesn't initiate the sex. He doesn't initiate the sex. And it becomes a thing. It's because we kind of comfortable. And you get robotic with it. Okay, it's time to go to bed. Right. He goes to bed by 10 o'clock. So let me go and make sure that before 10 o'clock, I just go and scoot real close to him and see if he's going to start something with me.
So let me ask you a question, because I do really want to know. I want to know. Do you, as women, do y'all really want flowers at this point? Like, does that?
Absolutely.
Because I don't know, because I'm not necessarily the most emotional guy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say every woman. Right. I know a lot of most of my friends and the women in my life, the women that I know, we love flowers. I'm a flower girl, so much so that I typically keep fresh flowers around the house just that I buy myself. Like I'll go to the store and it might not be $100, dozen of roses, but even if I'm at Whole Foods or Kroger or wherever, I'll grab a bundle of flowers or a bunch of flowers. Like there's flowers on my nightstand right now that I bought myself. I absolutely love flowers. So add the element of the flowers coming from your significant other, and the flowers mean that much more, especially if he's at some point paid attention and remembers that a calla lily or a white rose is your favorite, and just randomly shows up at home, one day with those flowers. Flowers are always a great thing, like for a woman. I really don't like flowers.
I was like, you really care? They're gonna die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what. And we're hold on.
So that's why I asked you.
Yeah, it's not so much that it's gonna die. It's just the fact that, and flowers can come from anywhere. It's just the fact that maybe you were running in a giant to grab some water and you saw flowers and you picked them up because you thought about that person. It's more so of the thought.
The thought that counts.
Okay.
Than what the item is. You know what I mean?
Well, y'all answered my question, and somebody wanted to know that too.
and just so that you know, the thing you just said about the flowers dying, they do have a thing for that now. They have the forever roses and the roses that'll last a year or better now. So that's always a grand investment.
I learned something new today.
Yeah.
I learned something new today.
Flowers are always a good idea. Yeah. And I just, happen to say showing up with flowers, but it could be anything. I'm a very sentimental person, and I love to gift as well, just, randomly. But at the same time, it's all about, just like I said, it's the thought that counts. It's just letting that person know that I saw this and I thought of you, because that's what the gift says. It's not really about the actual gift. It's more so about, I saw this and I thought of you. Having someone that that thinks of you when they're not within your eye shot, that in itself, is going to make you feel away, and it's going to, make your heart happy. So that's what the gift is all about. So it's not necessarily about, because the flowers are going to die. They might. And guess what? We can take it back to the old school with that too. Take the rose petals and press them inside of a photo album or inside of a book, save it through the petals.
Oh, you do what?
You take the rose petals and you press them inside of a book to save.
Yeah, like you save some of the petals and just,
I'm telling you that I am learning today. You gonna learn today? I am learning.
Absolutely.
Today.
That's the thing. We are never too old to learn something new. Right. And that's something that I try to remind not only myself, but just other people. You're never too old to learn something new, which is why I try my best to stay dropping jewels and passing little gems along, because you'd be surprised at how many people like, what, really? I never heard of that, or I didn't know that. So it's absolutely imperative that, the knowledge is spread.
Right. So. Let me ask you this kind of same question that I asked our earlier guests.
Okay.
During a pandemic, it's one or two things that probably happened in a relationship. You either got closer, and because during the pandemic we were shut down, so you were forced to be with your significant other a lot more than you normally would be on a regular basis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get closer to your significant other I'm pretty sure if you're still together, you got closer. But did you find out things that you didn't necessarily know? Did you get closer, or did you have an aha moment because you're in closer quarters more than you normally would be?
Well, my situation is a bit different, as in my person lives clean on the other side of the world, on the West Coast.
Wow.
So, and the very beginning of the pandemic made that change happen. Because of the pandemic. The move happened, and initially in the beginning, I was sick. Like, whoo, you so far away. But as soon as travel, travel was a little lenient in Atlanta kind of sooner than other places, I guess because we're the travel hub. So as soon as flights were lifted, I was on the first thing smoking, and I tried to make it at least a monthly visit that, I'm out there. Occasionally he might happen to pop in town, so I might get to see him for a day or whatever. But honestly, me personally, I would be okay with the everyday all day. We get along really well. Actually, we get along worse when we're not around each other. It's really funny. But the pandemic and being together, I know with a lot of couples, though, that's a situation that can make or break a couple. Right. And that is a lot of the reason why I brought up that whole comfortability, because that pandemic and that comfortability caused issues in a lot of households. Mm-hmm. And because especially if both of you work from home, nobody ever leaves the house, and you just there stuck and can't go outside for any reason. It's kind of like, look how she sits on that sofa. Oh, he get on my nerves doing this, because, what else do you have to pick at after day in and day out? So instead of keeping that same routine, that's a prime example. During the pandemic, that is absolutely a time where you need to be trying different things and doing different stuff to keep the spice there, and to remember, the love, so that we're not getting irritated, because you'll get irritated with somebody being around them too long. If, you start to, because your attitude might be different, because now you're frustrated because you're in the house, you want to leave out, you want to do something that you normally do, you want to go to brunch, whatever. So you're irritated, and anything that person says to you, they gonna catch the backlash of that irritation, and you don't really mean it. But again, that's just a lot. It has been a lot on everybody. Just it's not your norm. It's none of our norm to just be inside all the time like that, and then factor in that you are in there. It even is the same like if it was with kids, like if you were in with your kids all the time, all day, every day. So that comfortability needs to be broken, and you need to step outside of that comfort zone, step outside of that box, play some games, play some strip poker, some strip Uno, anything. Just do some different stuff.
We did that. We definitely did that.
Good.
Strip Uno.
Very good.
We
now I have a question though.
We definitely did that.
He lost.
So, but
I have the video. I promise you, I have the video.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have the video.
So,
well, listen, that's a video I don't want to see.
Yeah,
but I do have a question for you guys.
Okay, because you brought something up, and I didn't know, and I feel like there's a meal involved in what you just said about your situation.
Okay, sure.
That I think somebody can really digest and learn from. So
okay.
You talked about, you being across country, long distance relationships. What advice do you have for anybody that is like getting into one or met somebody long distance, whatever? How do you what advice, what food do you have for, somebody that is getting ready to go into that situation, or just getting into that situation, or currently, in that situation? What food do you have for that?
I actually wrote a blog about it on long distance relationships, and I have my website down right now for updates. But it's a great blog, and just to give a few things, if that's the person that your heart is with, and you absolutely share love between the two of you, you have to make some sacrifices. You have to make those trips. You have to be able to do some of those fun things that I talk about, via phone or FaceTime. And that's the good thing. We live in a time where we do have FaceTime. So it almost doesn't seem, nothing is the same. And, being close to that person.
You get nasty on FaceTime. Okay.
But I mean, just being able to see their face, that's a lot better than just, the old school talking on the telephone. So you have to utilize everything that you have. Like I said, the FaceTimes, just you got to keep the lines of communication open, because again, idle time can be the devil's workshop. And if it's not a strong situation, then somebody could get a little tempted, or lose hope or lose faith in the relationship itself. So you have to nurture that even more. You have to kind of remind the person that, listen, whatever it is going on is nothing that we can't figure out together. Everything is figure outable if that is where your heart is. So again, like, take those flights, make sure that you're checking in. Like, you got to do mental health checks with each other, make sure that you're talking to that person, as much as possible, utilize your text messaging, if they have to work, but just keep the lines of communication open first and foremost. But if it's a situation that you want to see grow, you fight like hell for it. It doesn't make a difference how many miles are between you.
Say less, and we digested that meal. You know what I mean? That was a good Ruth Chris meal. Coming out 500 degrees with the plate slick.
That was a good mixed grill from Ruth Chris.
Yeah, you know what I mean? A good grilled chicken without the stuffing inside, because I don't like the stuffing.
I do.
I love the stuff.
Right? Yes, you're making me want to have the stuff right now.
I don't like stuff.
I know. I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, I want some Ruth Chris.
You know what I mean?
Right. He made a mixed grill as soon as he said that, because the mixed grill has a small fillet and the chicken and a crab cake. You get it all. So
good sweet potato casserole. You know what I'm saying?
No pecans.
No pecans on it. I don't want that. But go ahead, Dawn. You have something you want to ask us?
Yes, I wanted to ask this question because this goes along with what I was saying about comfortability, and I kind of led into this when I was saying about the bedtime and kind of being robotic about even down to the sex life. With you two guys, who's the initiator?
Who's the animal?
She gonna initiate it, but you gonna finish her?
Fucking animal.
You gonna give her what she came for? Okay.
Animal.
That's
like y'all just not like it's no. I'm saying like what? So I don't.
What we doing?
No. I want to tell you that I think sometimes, unfortunately, we deal with racism in our own race, right?
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Like a light skin, or he, what I'm saying, pretty boy, whatever the case may be.
Well, yeah, bro, you are a little on the light side.
Right, and I'm handsome. But
I mean, you're handsome. I mean, I give you that.
But that has nothing to do with how hard I'm going to go.
Absolutely.
Right?
I understand. But if you wasn't my brother, I would crack light skin jokes on you.
Listen, when I tell you I have no issue with it, because I love.
So basically what he's trying to say here, people, is he has to keep the light skinned boy myths to a minimum. So he goes extra hard to shut her down.
This is the way I was raised.
I understand it.
This is the way I was raised. Father, coach.
So in summary, you have a light skin complex.
No, I don't. Somebody may have a complex with me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you the one who brought it up, though.
I'm the greatest.
You brought the whole color of it all up. So you feel like you got.
But what I'm saying is, it's not like I've never heard that. They tell people, not me. They acting light skinned.
Oh yeah, I don't understand that.
What the fuck is that? People act how they act, regardless of the color.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Listen, I probably could act like that because I am. And I'm my only child. And I'm my only child, but I don't act like that.
Right. You know
I'm one of the most giving people that I know.
We understand.
Am I? I'm not?
Yes, you are.
No, real talk.
No, you really are. I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't say that if you wasn't.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry.
You did just go
Yeah, and I have a bathroom.
You know, we give him like this much, he gonna run with it.
I'm gonna go.
He goes.
Because
so, but basically, so coming back to what we were talking about, initiating. Mm-hmm. So in this situation, the woman is the initiator. Although, you know, you've made your point loud and clear that you make sure that once she initiates, you are fully in the game. That's okay. But every now and again, blow our mind. You initiate it sometimes, okay?
Slap it on her face.
Why she whatever's clever. Slap it on her face. I mean, she could be
I hear you loud and clear.
I
hear you loud and clear.
Do whatever you need to do.
I get up, slap.
But initiate it sometimes. You be the initiator sometimes. An element of surprise, you know?
I hear you loud and clear.
Switch it up a little bit.
Right this is not our conversation,
right there. It's gonna be laying right there. Where did this come from?
Dawn, it is not.
And I have a sneaking suspicion that I will get a text message from her at some point in time. Like, you know what, you shouldn't have said that.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
What are you doing? What are you doing? Where did this come from?
It is not.
I hate it here.
I hate it here too. It's not.
I'm not dealing with this foolery. I promise you, I am not.
Wrap it up.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Y'all started this.
You hit the wrap it up button on him, please. Hit the wrap it up button.
She did this.
I gotta go bathroom. Let's do it. Come on.
You gotta wrap it up.
So listen, listen, Dawn, I love you. We love you.
We love you.
Shameless plug portion of the evening. I need you to get your shameless plug on. And this was conspired by you two. I can tell.
It really wasn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no.
He kind of sort of just gives me free reign.
I promise you, I can.
I just run with it.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, this is not at all.
He just gives me free reign and I run with it.
Yeah,
But no, the thing is, honestly, it's just that you two are the ones on the other side of the screen. So, you know, you have to kind of be the people that I ask the questions. But honestly, you know, it's all in fun. But at the same time, these are just things that other people need to hear.
Okay.
And, you know, it's other couples out there who has either the man or the woman being the initiator. Right. So that is
so fella, slap it right on our forehead.
Listen, do what you got to do, but create that element of surprise. If you're usually the initiator, you know, we gotta
slap it right on
sometimes.
Our forehead. Like I want to cuss.
Ladies, lose the bonnets.
I want to cuss bad.
Bonnet sometimes.
I want to cuss and talk how I normally talk outside of this.
Listen,
and I
gave up cursing for Lent, so I'm trying to. But anyway, shameless plug time.
Yeah,
okay, guys. Again, everything, all my social media is pretty simple. Everything is my name. I am Dawn West. It literally is that. I am Dawn West on Instagram. I am Dawn West on Twitter. And I've been a little active on Twitter lately. I'm trying to get my tweets back up. I remember, we used to shut Twitter down, bro. Remember?
That's it. That's it. I got to remember to even use it.
Listen, I know. So yeah, like I said, my publicist, she stays on my back about it. And I've actually been enjoying the space on Twitter for like the last week or so. But so yeah, I am Dawn West. And if you jump on my Instagram or my Twitter, you'll find my links. You can get the link to all of my books there. And you absolutely, once you have my journal, Love Language, the journal is a must have.
I'm smiling, Dawn, because I'm when I tell you I'm going through it right now, she's tapping me on the leg like, yo, take your ass to the bathroom now. You know what I'm saying? But I want to make sure that they get everything they need to hear from you, and she has to close out.
Well, that's fine. Go. You go handle your business.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Excuse yourself. Have a good night. Love you.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry. It has been a week. It has been
yes, so I've heard.
Yeah, it's been a week for us. The good news is that they finally found our luggage. Very so good. You know, we have clothes. But thank you so much, Dawn, for doing this. We wanted to do something special for the month of February, and because you are someone who actually works in the business of love, we thought it was important to bring you on.
Yes, I love it.
I need everybody to go get your book.
Everybody go get Love Language. Let this be your first purchase. Of my 3 books, Love Language, I'm going to tell you this one is a must because it's a journal, yes, but it has a lot of jewels in there. It makes you think about things that you might not think about, and it most importantly, it makes you think about you. So some might feel like because it's called love language that it's all talking about a relationship, in general, but it's also talking a lot about the relationship that you have with yourself, which in essence sets the tone for the relationships that you have with other people. So absolutely, click the link in my bio. I am Dawn West on IG or Twitter, and grab Love Language. And I actually have a candle line to coincide with the book now. Those bundles will be available. And if you're looking for a little spice for your bedroom, trying to get a little erotic, get something that will
I'm trying to see what you got down there, like
the sessions. Grab Erotic Encounters. It's a bunch of quickies. It's a bunch of short stories. So if you're not like a reader, a lot of people, guys especially, like it because it's not a long read. You can just choose one story and read that short story. But I promise you, after reading one of those short stories, and a lot of couples like to share it, read one of those short stories and you're going to be like, you know what? It don't matter who initiate. Let's just go. So yep, that's that on that. So grab the books. There's 3 of them to choose from, but I definitely suggest you grab Love Language, guys. And I have a lot of stuff coming up and going on. I hope to be back soon talking to you guys here on Love Business on Lock.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
And
if no one else has told you today or this week, we love you. We appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all and love you back.
And we're proud of you, and keep doing the things that you're doing. And until next time, podcast Wednesday is The Business of Love with Rob Mallory. You know who Rob is. Mm-hmm. You met him at Black Ink, So we're going to talk to him. He's a relationship coach as well. Stephanie suggested him. Okay. So we're going to talk to him as well. And then next Friday, I don't remember. And then I don't remember. And then we are going to take a break for 2 weeks and then come back for season 2 with DJ Nutty.
Awesome.
Yes, DJ Nutty. So with that said, everybody have a fantastic weekend. Jay, final thought. Close us out.
No, I thought you was. I really.
No, you always give the food.
I know.
Like that's
so
what you do.
Hold on. You were closing because I went to the bathroom, right?
Yeah, but I'm not a final thought.
You gotta let me finish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right.
You came back though.
Right. So what I thought, I was really like intrigued because she was closing out, right? And I wanted to hear her.
He wanted you to do something different.
No, I wanted to hear it. So it's not like I don't shut up. So it's easy for me to do that. But I thought she was on a roll. I wanted to hear what it was. Like I wanted to see you close and see you finish the job. That's it.
I'm sorry. You could have finished it.
Pause. Pause.
I'm not doing this with y'all tonight. I'm not doing this.
I'm sorry, my
Miss Producer here.
But that was
Miss Producer here. You got the phone on silent. As soon as I sit down, I'm like, yo, I'm radio. I've done it for 18 years. Phone on silent. Here we go, right there. But no, listen, everybody, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to listen to the Love on Lock, Love and Business on Lock podcast. We want to thank our guest, Dawn West, that actually made us seem like we were the guest on our own show. We appreciate that. Only our family and our sister could do that. We greatly appreciate you.
That's
love
big
you.
Sis right there.
We love you. And again, even Cassandra said it, but you had the
there's all kinds of stuff happening.
You had the, excuse my language, the balls to move 5 states away, make it happen. I'm sure that every day. Every month, every year wasn't, on a peak. You dealt with some, with some valleys. You dealt with some valleys and some trials and tribulations. But at the end of the day, you built for it. You became a success story. You became an author. You're helping people. You're not just being selfish and all about you. You're giving back to folks as well.
And
so
she's a glam mom.
Okay.
Yeah,
say that,
right.
say that,
She's a
say
glam
that.
mom.
Well, now is easy. She, like it's not like she got young kids now, so she's, what I mean, she got all the time to focus on herself. You know what I'm
Honey,
saying?
please, the way them 5 grandkids, what? They run my life.
What I wanted to tell you is, we are extremely proud, and it takes a certain kind of person to do that. And regardless, I don't even know if you had to bounce back and forth, whatever the case may be, but you were able to make it out, because a lot of people don't make it out. You know what I'm saying? The city that we come from.
When I left, I promised myself I would never come back. Only for short visits, and when I do that, I'm there for a day or 2 tops.
A
so
lot
11
of
years.
Don't make it
Wow.
out. And I just want to tell you that proud of you, and continue to be be that. You know what I'm saying? Continue to be that, and we appreciate you.
I appreciate you having me.
We love you, and keep all negative energy out your circle. You know what I'm saying? Learn the lessons that you can get. I put something on Facebook and on my Instagram about lessons.
Oh my God, it was so good.
We've learned.
It was so good.
We learned some lessons. We learned a big lesson recently, and I'm currently going through some lessons as well. And you have to be extremely transparent and accountable to be able to take the lesson, know that you're getting a lesson and take it in, because the lesson ain't necessarily going to be easy, right. But you learn from it. So if you have not seen it, please jump on my Instagram at Jay Claxton, or
so
my Facebook Jay Claxton, and just take a look. I feel like we give things that really happen. I talk real life, and I'm very accountable and transparent. So the things that we're going through, or I'm going through, or we're going through together, I tend to talk about, because every day is a lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It could help someone.
I've talked enough, so thank you so much.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.